Hey guys, what's up? It's Sam. Today I'm going to be bringing you a Fire Mage guide for patch 5.04. It's a little later than I wanted to release it, but I'm pretty comfortable with it now, and obviously we've been on holiday, I was a little late to release. But anyway, it's ready. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you thought of it, etc. and all that. And yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start with stat priorities and what your best stats are as a mage. And I'm going to keep it quite quick and short, but try and get all the information in, so give me a moment. Okay, nothing's changed from the last patch. Intellect is still the strongest. The only change to this stat has been that it does no longer increase your maximum mana, and everyone's capped at 100k. But it's still the best, it still gives you your base spell power and crit. After Int, you want to go, obviously, for your hit cap. That is the most important thing ever. Missing a spell is the worst thing you can ever do, so get hit cap. However, this has changed from 17% and 1742 rating. It's now 15%, and it's 1537 hit rating. I am slightly over, but obviously you can only get as close as you can with your current gear setup. So 15%, 1537 hit rating is what you're aiming for. And just for a little bit of knowledge, at level 90 you're going to be wanting 5100 rating. After hit, crit is now our most important stat, and you just want to stack that as much as you can. This will give you many more pyros, and it's just the best. Haste caps are still around, but don't worry about them too much. Obviously with Mop coming out, just stack crit ahead of haste. Aim for about 2005 haste if you can, and then after that, obviously that leaves mastery as our least important stat. So that leaves the following stats then, how you want to prioritise them. Just for the record, you can see it above my head here. It's int to hit to crit to haste to mastery. Whew, I should have really wrote that down, but yeah, there you go. Moving on to talents and glyphs. I'm going to quickly run through how the glyph system has changed with this patch. Basically, prime glyphs have been removed, so yeah, that leaves any majors and minors. The changes with minors is that they are only cosmetic now. I mean, there might be for other classes some slight improvements, and there are slight improvements, like momentum is actually quite useful. It teleports you in the way you're running or facing with your blink. So there are a couple, but generally it's just for looks and not really enhancing your performance. But there are some fun ones like illusion, which is just a disguise, which I love disguises so much. So when I saw that, I just sort of sat there and said, good. So yeah, there's some cool ones. That's how mine has changed. Mages have changed quite a bit as well. They're, from what I can tell, for mages at least, they're have less of an impact on your DPS. They're still performance enhancing, and you obviously want to pick the right ones, but they're just less impact in my opinion than they were. It's like less flat damage increases. But I'm rocking the combustion one, which basically makes it a longer cooldown but makes it more damage, so it's better in my opinion because you can line up all your cooldowns. It just makes it more powerful, and it's generally a DPS increase. I take Glyph Fire Blast because this spreads your living bomb as well as your other spells and dots, so that's what you do for AoE, but we'll go into that in a bit. I take Arcane Explosion just because that's generally impressive. I may swap it out for Evocation, to be honest, and you can also swap it out for Armors and whatever you may feel. But at the moment I'm running Arcane Explosion, probably will run Evocation as I say. So that's Glyphs as of 5.0. Okay, so I'm going to run through the new talent system quickly. Basically, it stayed the same with the specialisation from Cataclysm, so you still pick the one you want to pick, and believe it or not, we're going to pick Fire, because it's a Fire guide, lol. But by picking this, you can see you got 4 unique spells this spec, and same for Arcane, same for Frost. So you get your Fireball, your Pyro, your Inferno Blast, and your Combust. That's basically just Fire Blast, by the way. But we'll go into the spells during the rotation bit. So that is the same really with the specialisation. And then you can see on the talents, it's no longer the like however many points, 41 points thing where you got a lot of different things. It's literally just one ability every 15 levels. So this opens room for a lot more personal preference, and yeah, it's going to be quite interesting actually because you can change whenever really. It's quite cool. So as long as you have Dust Disappearance, which is the old glyph thing, you can change spells whenever, so you get one every 15 levels, as you can see. So yeah, for example, in the first one, it's like Presence of Mind. This is for like movement, which is Presence of Mind. It just makes something an instant cast. Scorch, which is just a spell you can constantly cast on the move. And Ice Flows, which allows you to cast a couple on the move. So you can switch it around, for example. So bomb is the best for single target DPS increase, but on some fights you might need to move a fuck ton and you can take Scorch and just constantly spam that, or even for some fights you might need to move occasionally, and so Ice Flows is the best. So that's just an example. I'm not going to go through every single talent because that'll take ages. So it really opens up personal preference, and you can change depending on what fight you're facing. So you can see here there's survivability ones and the CC ones, which aren't too important. There's more survivability, and then there's Living Bomb, which is the fire one, but each has a bomb now. They're quite close together in terms of DPS, but you need Living Bomb for fire for AoE. And the level 90 talents look quite interesting. Go into them more when we get to 90, because they're unavailable right now, sad face. But yeah, that's the new talent system. Make sure you check that out. And we're going to go into the rotation and the actual gameplay now. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to explain the two different rotations of single target and AoE. Go through them separately, of course, starting with single target. Before I start, I want to explain the changes made to the spec and the gameplay and the rotation. Basically, Hot Streak is still in the game, but it's been changed the way it works, and it's been renamed to just Pyroblast, but it's essentially the same thing. Basically what happens now is every time you get a crit, you'll get a proc called Heating Up, and this is just a proc that when you get another crit after Heating Up, transforms it into a free Pyroblast, instant cast with increased damage, so Hot Streak basically. And another change is that Ignite is now the mastery of the spec, and yeah, that's from all damage I think, and it's not just from crits, so that's the two changes. They're quite major, to be honest. And one thing I recommend is that you download an add-on called Combustion Helper, which is this, and it helps track all your dots and lets you know when the strongest combustion you can get is. So that's a few tips. Here's the single target rotation. Okay, so before I do it, I just want to go over exactly what it is I'm doing and explain the single target rotation. Basically, you start with your pre-pot, as you would any DPS, just to get another one during Bloodlust and give the biggest DPS increase. And also before the fight starts, start channeling a Pyroblast, precast that, just to give you a good DPS increase before the fight even started. At the end of that Pyroblast, you want to put your Living Bomb up, which you refresh after every detonation, nothing's changed there. And then after that, I usually pop Pom into another Pyro, just for extra DPS. After that, pop all my cooldowns, Mirror Image and Trinket and anything you have, make it like macro for that, just to get them all in one. And then when you've got all your dots up, preferably after a large Pyroblast crit, pop your Combustion, and then after that it's literally just Pyroblast on proc and on Heating Up proc, use Inferno Blast, which then turns into more instant Pyros. And whenever you're not doing any of that, you're using Fireboy's filler, so fucking awkward in front of me. Yeah, so that's pretty much the rotation. Time for the AoE. Okay, so the AoE rotation is fairly simple, but before you attempt any of it, make sure you have Glyph of Fireblast. Fireblast. This spreads your Living Bomb, because Fireblast already, or Inferno Blast obviously, already spreads your other dots. This just makes Living Bomb spread as well. So yeah, apply a Living Bomb to your target, and then single it a bit, just to get all your dots rolling, you know, your Pyro, your Ignite. And then once all your dots are up, Inferno Blast to spread the dots. Applying a Combustion resets Inferno Blast cooldown, so you can spread that easily as well. So yeah, that's literally Living Bomb, get dots up on the target, Inferno Blast to spread those dots, and then if you use Combustion you can get another Inferno Blast to spread it more. And if you need more AoE, obviously you have Flame Strike and Arcane Explosion in the mix as well. So yeah, that's pretty much AoE, it's not too hard, to be honest. Yeah, so now I'm finally actually going to do rotation, and you'll see some gameplay of it. Because the dummies are so close together right now, I think there's like 3 right next to each other, it's going to be a mixture of both really. It's not going to be accurate single DPS or AoE DPS. But either way, it sort of shows you what you're going to be looking to do. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, thanks for watching. Please leave feedback and sub if you don't mind, or if you want to of course. And yeah, I've been Sam, this was my Fire Mage guide. Might make other ones like Warlock ones, we'll see. But for now, that'll do. Okay, thanks for watching. Well, it's not over yet, you gotta watch the thing. But after that, thanks for watching.